Hello everybody, my name is Beck. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. And I posted a video not too long ago, like yesterday, and one of my friends was saying, oh, the shelf is concaving in, and I agree. If you are from my book channel, welcome. This is a disaster. I don't want to talk about it. This is the gaming video component. If you are new to my channel, I also read, if you couldn't by now. So for the month of May, I mainly played on my Steam Deck, and I also am a new owner to a new PC. If you would like to know about the specs, I did send it to all my mutuals. My beloved friend Baiko helped me pick the PC within my price range, and this month has been quite an expenditure, so that's why I have not picked up the Nintendo Switch 2, and I don't think I will be picking it up anytime soon. I hope I don't eat these words up, because I am very tempted. I should not be spending that much money because, again, I bought a PC. It was a necessary upgrade because my old one was 1670 Ti, something along those lines. I don't remember, and everyone was bullying me towards it. TLDR, I will be going through the month of May and all the games that I have played and will want to buy, etc, etc, all of that good stuff. I was gonna say this is a Switch OLED. My brain is completely fried from like filming back-to-back videos, and I don't know how to edit it with 3 brain cells and 4 hours of sleep, but nevertheless, here we go. So I've been using my Steam Deck for the most part, and the games I've been playing in conjunction to my new PC that can actually run games now, believe it or not, because apparently my streams, they used to chug and nobody told me because they didn't want to bully me even further. Because of the new PC, I was able to finally get Enjoy and run it on my new PC. And I also played a little bit of Sims 4 to kind of compare and contrast of what the difference was. And in terms of visual, Enjoy is leaps and bounds a lot better than Sims 4 in my personal opinion. However, it can be clunky, and I know it's in its beta early stages, early access, so I can't completely clock Enjoy. And for the price point, and I think the developers did say Enjoy is in the progress of adding more stuff and they will be continuously updating the game, so I can't really clock it too hard because it's still in development from what I can see. Visually speaking, it is a beautiful game, and there seems to be a lot more stuff to do compared to The Sims 4. However, if you don't have a decent PC or an up-to-date PC, you're not going to be able to run the game. I've been told by a lovely subscriber of mine on here that you can in fact like find a way to play it on the Steam Deck, but ever since I've been able to play it on the PC, I've never attempted the Steam Deck version because I'm scared that I will brick my console for some reason, because I'm talented that way. So there are ways for you to play it on your Steam Deck, but for the most part my PC experience has been great because I have in fact bought a new PC. I can't completely say it's not because of this game, but I was sick and tired of running certain games and it would crash on me, so I can finally play Monster Hunter Wilds and Enjoy in peace. The only thing I have to fear about is Australian internet, but that's a different issue in itself. I was battling Australian internet on top of my growing age PC. There you go, stop bullying me. I got a new PC. The next game I really played and revisited back was MapleStory. Okay, I also played a little bit on MapleStory because MapleStory recently released this new mobile app game, and then ever since I started playing that idle MapleStory mobile app game, I also played a little bit of the OG MapleStory game because I was like, I wonder what it's like to have a very expensive PC to run a game that I played in my childhood. Like, why not? Let's revisit. There's a new character for MapleStory anyway, so I played a little bit of that, and I did not pay attention to the dialogues whatsoever. I just skipped it and I just sped run to get to level 100 and just quit. It's definitely a lot easier after the Big Bang patch to play MapleStory. And if you're wondering, if you're a lot younger than me and wondering what the hell is MapleStory, I don't want to be here to explain it to you guys. Let's move on. Another game I played was Farm Together 2, which is a casual farming game, is all I can say. It is based on real time and you plant stuff and you harvest. It's kind of like Farmville without the DLC is the best way I would describe it. It's currently on sale, and if you buy it, add me as a friend, visit my farm. And I also played a little bit of Hello Kitty Island Adventure because there's currently back-to-back events. I did miss out on like 2 days because I was dead after work. Hello Kitty Island Adventure is one of the most consistent game I've ever played so far in the month of May. Aside from the two days that I missed out, I've been playing it every single day. There are events, there's so much stuff to do. It's definitely a lot more interactive than Animal Crossing, and there's like stuff to do, and I wouldn't put these two games in the same category. It's similar but it's different at the same time, and it's a little bit different every single day, and there's like quests and all of that. So if you're a goal-orientated kind of person, Hello Kitty Island Adventure is your jam, because it's my jam. I love completing tasks. I like doing fetch quests. If that sounds like something you like, and cute Sanrio characters, that is the vibe. So people have been asking me to give a brief update on that game, and that is what I'm telling you. And then I also play a little bit of Kingdoms 2 Crowns on the OLED. This is great. It's fantastic. And two games that I really want to buy on the Steam Deck / Steam is Seeds of Stars, and I only noticed this game because A, is on my wish list, 2, there was a expansion that was free that came out recently for the game, and the sale ends on the 4th of June, and I'm considering on picking it up. It is not too expensive, but it is a JRPG, turn-based RPG that I'm interested in. It reminds me of a, dare I say, discounted Bravely Default kind of game, and I don't know if I want to put myself in that kind of pain and suffering. And if you've played the game, please let me know, would you recommend it? It has fairly positive reviews for a JRPG, and I'm being kind of itching for a turn-based JRPG inspired game. And the next thing that I really want to buy is Fantasy Life. It is currently 91 Australian dollars for the digital version. I'm just waiting for it to drop in sales. I do have the original 3DS, and I was so happy that it finally came out, but I can't justify it. It didn't even have introductory 10% off that I could justify swiping my card. I can afford the game. I really want to play Fantasy Life. However, I just can't justify it without a sale. And I know for a fact that this sort of game would definitely go on sale eventually, and I just don't have the mental capacity to play it. Maybe play an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I go to sleep. Essentially, I doom scroll on TikTok, which is terrible. Like, between this hobby and gaming, my attention span is 0, and then I just end up doom scrolling. Like, technically I read a little bit every single day. I also game a little bit every single day. Between reading and gaming, I have maybe an hour or 2 combined, and then I doom scroll on TikTok, which is like pretty bad. So that's why my attention span is god awful these days. I think that is about it for the Steam component of this month, because I'm pretty sure there's a couple of more games that I will also like to buy, and there's a couple of more games I probably have played, but this is what I wrote down on here, and I'm just hoping for the best. But for the most part, this has been a great investment for me. I personally understand why people are still adamant on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get me wrong, I really do love my Nintendo Switch, and that's how it started on my portable gaming journey, is Nintendo. However, just for my current lifestyle, this makes more sense. The battery is not as long lasting. This is not as comfortable as the Switch, because the Switch is comfortable. After like playing long term with this one and switching back to Nintendo Switch like OLED version, I understand, but the games at the moment, it's just a little bit more easier for me to access the digital version here when there's a sale going on. And I know someone in my previous video has wrote out a lengthy essay, and I have read your comment. I just didn't have the time to properly respond to your comment. Don't worry, I will respond to it. I have read it. Like, I just want to say that for the most part, I do read the comments, and I'm really apologetic that I have not got to responding a good chunk of it, because I run 2 channels and I like to overwhelm myself, even though I'm supposed to be resting on my weekends. But here I am. I can't help it. I need to be constantly doing something, even though it's not productive, like scrolling on TikTok. That's enough waffling on my end, but I just want to let you guys know that I do in fact read the comments, and I will respond. I will respond. I guarantee you I will. Okay, finally moving on to the Nintendo Switch component. The reason why I never flip back to on the other side of the Nintendo Switch or the screens of anything that I show in these videos is because it's a reflection and it's just jarring. I don't want you to see my tripod situation, which is like a stack of books and a camera like on top of said stack of books. Waffling. I'm waffling at this point. This is the kind of content you're gonna get from me. A bunch of waffling, BS nonsense, because I don't have a script and I will never make a script. This is like me sitting down on the floor with a pile of books with all the games that I try to remember on top of my brain 15 minutes before I start filming. Just be glad that I started writing a list because I used to sit here and just wing it. So TLDR, let's go back to the Nintendo Switch topic. So I did buy Model Debut 3. I don't know if I mentioned it in my previous videos because I feel like I played it in April as well. But I was craving boutique style boutique 3 or style savvy 3. One of those dressing up games that I played to hell and back on my Nintendo 3DS or DS. Like, it's been around. I just need them to come back because there's so many dressing games. I don't need a storyline. Even though Style Boutique had a wonderful storyline, I like the whole concept of running a store, selling clothes, styling customers. It was great. Like, you could design, you could sell, all of that. It was beautiful. I think about it every day. So I'm trying to relive my childhood fantasy, my teenagehood, and also my adult early 20s, late 20s hood. I've been thinking about it consistently. I really want them to make a game like that again. So in Model Debut 3, you are, as the title suggests, a model working for an agency, and it doesn't hit the same. The clothes are cute. I played a similar game on the 3DS before. I think I played the predecessor of this game, of this franchise, but it just doesn't hit the same. Like, you can dress up, you can go on TV shows, you can go on talk shows, you can dress the characters up and blah blah blah, earn money, earn Instagram followers, exchange it as currency. You can also date in this game. It just doesn't hit the same. Something is missing. It's a fun and cute game. I finally got it because it was on sale. Josh, your player 2, has thankfully plussed me back into the family plan. He upgraded the Nintendo Switch Online family plan to the deluxe, or the highest tier you can possibly get because of the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. They changed the tier list a little bit. He plops me back onto the family plan. I've never been removed. I am so thankful. I've never paid a single cent to the Nintendo Switch Online services because I'm on his family plan. He has never removed me, thank goodness. And he so kindly informed me that he has upgraded the plan, so I now have the access to Game Boy Advance, Nintendo Switch Online, and all the SNES, NES, and all of that good stuff, so I could play. There's some old school Pokemon games back in the Game Boy Advance. It's not that old school. I wouldn't consider it retro because I'm just in denial about my age, but anyway, as the kids would probably say, it is retro. It's not that retro. It's not that retro. Game Boy Advance wasn't that long ago. I'm spiraling. Anyway. So I get to play my Game Boy Advance game. That's like one of my earliest memories of my childhood. I used to share consoles with my dad. The Game Boy SP, the blue metallic one, was the first proper Game Boy console thing that I owned. That was for me specifically, that I did not have to share, and it has a special place in my heart. So I love Game Boy Advance games. Then again, I like a lot of games. It was mine. That is why it has a special place in my heart, because I even got hand-me-downs, but this specific console was given to me, for me. So I could play some old school Pokemon games. There was like a bunch of games that I also wanted to play. On the Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online services, I think they do a rotation. I'm not too sure because I haven't opened it ever since the day that Josh told me, and I just hopped on and played some games. Circling back about last month's video, I remember something along the lines of I won't be getting the Nintendo Switch 2. It's just financially speaking at the moment, after buying my PC, it's just not a good thing for me to be throwing more money on a new console. The hype over here is, I would say it's definitely not as intense as the Americas where you guys are selling it out. Like, there's no competition here. I was literally looking at Officeworks and I was thinking about pre-ordering one and picking it up in person like in a couple of days time, and it still has plenty of stock because that's the cheapest one I can find with the Mario combo set. But I had to really sit myself down and think to myself, you have been spending a lot of money lately. New PC, gotta pay some taxes next month, so I really shouldn't be doing that. I just have a lot of expenses going on, and that's the only reason why I cannot be spending any more money. And there's like a couple of more items that I'm interested in buying before I buy a Nintendo Switch 2. And I really had to sit myself down. I was like, girl, are you going to play the games on the Nintendo Switch 2 that you have neglecting on the previous Switch version? It's just financial. It's nothing like too deep. Do I want it? If I won the lottery, would I go ahead and buy a whole stack of games with the Nintendo Switch? I think I already mentioned this in my last video. Just as an average day consumer, just financially speaking, TLDR, do I want it? Yes. Do I need it? No. I've got plenty of games going by. Will I buy eventually? Yes. But do I need it on launch date? No. Unless I can get it for super cheap, then that's the only reason why I will be getting it. Watch me get the console in my next video. Watch me eat my words. My birthday is in July, so maybe I'll buy it then. Like, if they do a combo deal that I can't miss out on, I will definitely buy it. I am not above spending money if that was the case. Then again, if I can't afford something outright that is not a house or a car, I will not buy it. I have to have the full funds and full justification. I need to have a thinking process before I swipe, because I did a lot of research on my new PC. By research, I mean finding all the links and within my budget and sending it to my friend Michael Biker, and then he chose the PC within my price range and he told me that this is worth it, and that's when I bought it. I have full faith in Michael. That's what I mean by research. Computers, specs and all that, not my strong suit, but whatever my friends tell me it's a good deal, I will go for it. I'm also easily influenced, if you couldn't tell. But anyway, I feel like I've rambled long enough. So for the most part, I played my Steam Deck and my Nintendo Switch too. I also played some iPad games, which is Love and Dead Space. I haven't been playing it as much as usual. There's a couple of free coupons like floating around. And I also played a little bit of Bang Dreams. I also played that renting game on my phone, and I don't know if I opened up Monster Hunter at all this month. I know there's a couple events and I really should open up that game, but for my PS5 the only time I opened it was to check the Elgato situation with my new PC. There's a lot of stuff that I lost in between transferring, and I do have the backup saved up somewhere, but it's a good opportunity to update my stuff that I've been having and hoarding, and I haven't been changing anything, so now's the time that I'm forced to change it. So if the editing style or if the layouts and stuff is a little bit different, that's the reason why, because I changed my PC. I think that's about it. Are you guys getting the Nintendo Switch too? And if you are, what games are you getting? I know a couple of my friends are gonna get it. I can't tell you if I'm gonna end up getting it. I said this for the first ever Switch. I said I wasn't gonna get it during launch, and I waited maybe a week and then I got it. For the second version, I don't know. I would confidently say not on launch date, but we will see. We'll come back and we will revisit this conversation next month. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have anything you'd like to say to me, leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me. Hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.